Alright, today I'm up here at Upton. I got Mr. Corn-El Hines. What's good, big dog?
Not much, man. Getting ready, man. Fight time coming up.
When is your next fight coming up?
Coach Calvin just told me January, maybe, possibly.
January, possibly?
Yeah, January.
Now, for people that don't know, man, straight out of D.C., Northeast, man. Talk about life growing up in Northeast D.C., man.
Man, it's crazy, you know. Of course, it's people you're looking up to, you know, that's doing wrong. So, of course, you're going to do wrong. You know, you don't got a role model growing up there, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to really make it.
Now, what kept you out the streets, man, and in the gym?
To be honest, nothing kept me out of the streets. I was in the streets, so it's, I could say the streets kept me in the gym. More so, one of my last charges as a juvenile, I basicly got I had a volunteer mentor. So, you know, he basically was on top of me. I got interested in boxing while incarcerated, and he just kept me, you know, basically focused. I was still getting in trouble here and there, but I already started boxing, so, you know, I had to build a love for it. So it was like I just kept doing it and kept grinding. Then eventually, you know, it just, as I got better, it was just like, okay, I'm sticking with it.
Actually, how did you get started with boxing?
I was like 15 years old. I was incarcerated as a juvenile, waiting on a trial, basically. So a guy I know that was boxing, he was boxing up Buddy's gym, actually, old school boxing. And I was like, he basically was my friend, and I was watching him beat people up, and I'm like, man, you could fight. Like, I know I could fight, but you could fight. So he's like, yeah, I box at old school. So when I came out, I'm like, the closest gym to me was Bennett Park gym. So I was like, I want to go there. But of course, my mother didn't want me going nowhere like up Bennett Park because of basically the crime and stuff like that. So she was like, the next closest gym is out Palmer Park, Maryland. But she was like, that's a quiet neighborhood, at least for what we know. I learned later that it's not, you know, that's still a little dangerous neighborhood, but it's way better than, you know, Bennett Park. So I started out there, Sugar Ray Leonard gym, and 15 kept me moving.
Let me ask you, look, for a lot of people would they consider that a late start? At the age of 15?
I wouldn't say 15, more so like 18, 19, 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider 15 a late start.
Now, what did your friends think, man, once you got started with boxing?
Man, to be honest, a lot of my friends ain't know I was boxing until I was like 17, 18 years old.
Oh, dang.
I had a lot of shyness with me, so it was like, I didn't really invite people to my fights or anything if I had fights, because I always had that anxiety with like, what if I lose? I'm gonna feel embarrassed. I was caring too much what they was gonna think, so I never really invited my friends. As I got, you know, basically, I got into a situation around my neighborhood, Watts Recreation Center. I got into an altercation and I beat somebody up real bad, so they was like, damn, I didn't know you boxing. When you start boxing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I've been boxing. I've been boxing since I was 15. Like, man, I'm back.
Now, for people that don't, well, people do know and don't know, man, you know, go-go is heavy in our area, man. Who's one of your favorite go-go bands, man?
T.O.B. in Backyard.
Backyard?
T.O.B. My father played for Hot Cold Sweat.
Stop playing, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
my
up,
uncle,
man.
He was the lead Mike, Slick Rick.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love back, man. I remember going up to the Ibex every Tuesday night to see them, man.
Yeah, my other uncle was with Chuck Brown. He got killed in the club, I believe. So I got a lot of family members in the go-go area.
Yeah, I'm real tight with Chuck's son, Nikos Brown. Okay. That's my man. So, man, just thinking about, how did you make your way up to Upton with Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny? So
I was training with Mark Two Shot Johnson, and he basically was having a talk with me, and we basically was like, you know, I wouldn't mind. He's like, sometimes you have to go other places to basically take off to get better and stuff like that. And he was saying basically he wouldn't mind if I go somewhere else, we'll still be family, stuff like that. So, you know, at the time I never really thought of going anywhere else. I was like, this is the only person I really ever saw myself with. Then I basically did my options in the area. I was thinking about Mike Fox's gym, but I was told they train at night, and I was like, I don't really want to train at night. So I looked at all the other gyms, was like, nah, I was like, I'm gonna just come up here, Upton. Then Remo was up here, so, you know, he was like family, so I took his advice, came up here.
Now I gotta ask you, man, for people that don't know, you're a Moor.
Right.
Talk about that, man.
Yeah. Moor, man. I got into Moor. That's a family thing, you know, grandfather. Not really too religious as I was back in the day, but you know, I started out as a Sunni Muslim, when I was younger, but I became a Moor over time, just hanging with my grandfather basically.
Explain what being a Moor is, man, as a black
Moor.
man. You don't say black, that's right. Y'all don't use that. Because of the whole nationality thing.
Basically, we look up to like Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, and other great Moors that came before us. The Moors from Morocco, you know, was kind of some of the first people, so that's why we take over the Moorish, you know, culture, and then we here in America, so it's kind of like Moorish American, and that's why and then we believe in Islam, so that's mainly the main thing about being a Moor.
Explain the whole nationality thing for people that don't understand that, man, because y'all don't, you don't use the word black or African American.
A lot of people, it's basically like, you don't say, it's not a Chinese America no way, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not a black America, so you can't, it's not an Africa America, so you can't say you African American, you know? We come from a descent, so that's why we use Moorish American, basically, you know? Being a Moor, it's a lot to it though. Like,
yeah,
you know,
it's real heavy, man, for that people don't know.
It's real deep.
But it's something that people should really look into, man. Especially like what happened with our culture.
I believe Gary Russell's father was telling me he's a Moor or something like that.
Oh, even Gary Russell? Oh, okay.
I think so. I think he was telling me he's a Moor or something.
Now, who was one of your favorite fighters growing up, man?
Roy Jones Jr.
What is it about Roy?
He just had that slick. I always like slick fighters. I don't like. That's probably why I don't watch boxing like that now. I like slick fighters, like fighters that's gonna trick you, showboat, and everything. Like two-shot slick fighter. I like fighters like that. Prince Nassim, one of my favorites. It's a guy, Emmanuel Augustus, Jersey Joe Walcott. Them all my favorite type fighters.
Now I gotta ask you, man, with the boxing scene in the DC area, do you feel they support their own down there, man? Because I get mixed reviews on that.
I feel like if people know you, they're going to support you. Because there's a lot of people that, like, we got world champions from the area that people don't really even know. You know, like, people asked me just the other day, like, who is this person? I'm like, he's our world champion. It's like, it depends on if they know you or not. Because I can say I get a lot of support. You know, I done lived in a lot of places. I done hung around a lot of places, grew up, I got a lot of family members, so it's like, I done did a lot of things off the market, off the camera for a lot of people. So it's like I get a lot of love in different places, you know. But then you got some people they known in the boxing world, but they not known in the area. So that kind of make the difference. It's kind of like Tank, you know. Like I noticed he got all that love for the parade because he's known through Baltimore already. It's not just because of boxing, because of what, you know what I'm saying, what him and Coach Calvin do. So I could say we get love. It just depends on who you is.
Now, what is it like being an unsigned fighter? Are you looking for one of those big promotional companies, or are you rather stay independent right now?
I'd rather stay independent. Coming from, I was just talking about this earlier, coming from Golden Boy, being a Golden Boy, you know, Sandy, and then to not having nobody, it's kind of awkward. I know, like, the money I was just making, I'm not going to make on the first fight back, but I'm ready to get back on the right track, basically. Like, it showed me that you got to really be guided the right way. You got to really have the right people around you. Because it's a game where you can't really trust too many people because everybody not good. Speaking
of that, what's some of the mistakes that you learned from in this boxing game?
You gotta watch your contracts clearly. Like you gotta watch what you sign. Things gotta benefit you more than anything because you the fighter. You getting in there. If somebody really was your investment, they won't put you in harm's way. That's the main thing that I learned. Like you can't. If I'm investing in you, my goal is to get you to the top. So basically, I can come up too. You know, nobody's doing nothing just for free. Everybody gotta make money somehow. But if I want to make money, you gotta make money. So if I'm really investing in you and I really got your best interest, I'm not gonna put you in no type of way where you gonna mess my money up or your money.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
That I really learned.
That's one of the things I heard Truck talk about a lot. That's why he hadn't signed yet. Right. Thinking about his best interest.
Yeah, because Truck doing a lot of things on his own right now. So it's like, he don't really need nobody right now. He could just wait like he doing and then, you know, do a top bid for real. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to sign him.
Now, I got to ask you, man, just in life in general, man, what's one of the toughest things that you've been through in your life and how did you overcome it? For those that might be going through life struggles. Just
basically trying to find a father figure for real. it's kind of hard when you don't got a father figure growing up. So it's like you basically any older figure that you come across is going to become your father figure. So it's like you're going to just look up to people, and that was one of my problems growing up. You know, I was seeking love and guidance from someone that wasn't giving it to me. So it was like I would just go on to anybody, you know, any older person that was doing whatever they was doing. I was just looking up to them, like believing basically whatever they said because they was older. So you gotta just be patient. You gotta have self-love of yourself. You gotta recognize, you know, when somebody's real and when they's not, basically.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate your time, man. Tell everybody your record right now, man. Currently.
Right now, my record is 5-1.
5-1 and looking to fight in 2020, early part of 2020.
January.
That's what's up, man. And for people that don't know, man, how can they follow you on Instagram?
Corn-El Hines, the boxer.